need to get any lessons. You don't need to program it because this is not UHF radio. So if you worry about the lessons, you can choose the single mode one. The single mode one. There are many different designs. The small size design, the single mode, 4G working mode, no need any lessons. Only the big one, if you are in Europe, you need to get a simple lessons, but it's also very easy, very simple to apply. Okay, and you can use for the UHF analog working mode. And is any on 2G? No 2G, only 4G. No 2G, only 4G. Where are you? Are you in England? I think England is very developed, so there's a 4G coverage. If you are in Africa, I think maybe 2G or 3G. This is a 4G radius. It covers all the 4G band. If you are in England, it can cover the 4G band. If you are in Africa, it can cover the Africa 4G band. If you are in Canada, it can cover the Canada 4G band. You know, in the different countries, the 4G band are different. For this walkie-talkie, it can pick up all the 4G band. Not only in American, not only in England, not only in Germany, in Paris, it can cover all the 4G band. This is a 4G. We don't have the 2G radio. I think the 2G is quite slow. 4G, 5G, 6G, no delay. But I think 2G or 3G there will be delay. So that's why we don't have 2G or 3G, only 4G. Only 4G. Now we're just developing some 5G radios because the 5G are much faster. But in some less developed country, no 5G signal, no 5G reception or 6G reception. That's why for now, all the radios I show, they are still 4G, not 5G. And this one, you don't need to set it. As long as you have the 4G signal, it will work. We will pre-install the SIM card. We will install the SIM card and we will register this radio in the Global-ptt platform. Once you get it, it will be ready to use out of the box. Ready to use out of the box. You don't need to set it by yourself. Let me pass the voice. Hello. And you can make a group call. Compared to a mobile phone, you know, for a mobile phone, when we use the mobile phone to talk, we need to dial the number. Especially if you are just wearing a working glass. Without the number to call, it's impossible because you are just wearing a glass. And for this walkie-talkie, by one click, you can send the message out because it is button here. You can also choose to make a single call to mark the number to call the one number. If in your company there are more members, more than three members, you can mark the member enter into the temporary group with a member, group call, and a single call. And this part is a hard one. Is There's a depth feeling when you press it, so you are not miss operation even you just wearing a working glass. Let me test it. Hello. Okay, we can send a message out. This is a single call. You can make a group call, and the range is worldwide. This is more like a mobile phone. Compared to the traditional radio, this one there's no distance limit, or there will be a payment for the SIM card. The SIM card is $30 per year. You need to reload it every year. For the first year, no need to reload because we will reload it before ship out. You can use it directly, but after you use it for 1 year, you need to reload it. Okay. And you need to top not a monthly SIM card needed to top up yearly. Top up yearly SIM card. You can top it up here. If you are agent, for agent the price it will be lower. By 10 radios you can become our agent. If you are not agent, you are a customer, direct client, you need to direct client. You need to reload it here, $30 fixed price. No matter you are in American or you are in England, you are in air freight, same price. You can reload it. And all those radios actually under the 4G, they are SIM. They are all 4G global band. We use the SIM inner chip for this one. The difference is about the appearance and the materials. This is metal materials. Metal radios are much durable and are much long-lasting than the ABS materials one. So that's why when we use this walkie-talkie, we can use it for many years actually. This one's been here for more than 3 years, and you can hear here. I use this one to keep the stone. Metal radios. Metal radios normally you can use it for 3 years, 5 years, no problem. But for the ABS materials one, it only 1 year or 2 years. You need to buy new battery or antenna. Or sometimes if you drop this one on the floor, the metal is not easy to broken. And why some are bigger, some are smaller? Good question. The small one are single mode one, which works only under the 4G working mode. The big one are dual band one. Dual band, which works even when we don't have 4G signal. For example, like we climbing the mountain, we go to the basement, there's no 4G coverage at all. This one it can work like a traditional radio. I will compare the two different models. Okay, the big models the big models are two technology in one. Here is the key keyboard. For the big models, for the 4G LTE working mode, it will be same the small one, but it also has the UHF analog working mode, like the traditional radio, the UV5R, okay, or the other brand radio UHF analog working mode. So this radio, the big one, actually just add the two technology in one. So which means you can use it as the business walkie-talkie. There is a management system for you to manage this radio by yourself. You can add 200 radios in one company and manage them by yourself, just like the small radio. And this one is also compatible to the other brand like a phone radio brand or some other different brand. You need to set the frequency and set the tone on it, and it itself can work as a repeater. So just the different technology actually. The big one, the price are much higher, and the small one, the price are lower. With the small one, it can only work under the 4G. And if you go somewhere, there's no 4G signal, no 4G coverage at all, this one it will not work anymore. But if you go somewhere, no 4G, you bring the big one, it still can work a short distance, 10 kilometers to 20 kilometers distance. Okay, and if you can connect, if you use it as a repeater, you can talk longer distance. And here is the traditional radio. They just use the RF signals to transmit. This is our radio, 4G radio. And here, this one just combine the two technology in one radio. And we also have this one, the big one, this big one, two technology in one, but the frequency are different, this big one. The biggest one here we have is the 528 plus model. It's 3 standby, 4G UHF VHF. It is storage 200 channels under the 256 channels under the UHF analog working mode, another 256 channels under the VHF analog working mode. This is a Global-ptt. Okay, no matter it's small or it's big, under the 4G working mode, they are all compatible with each other. But under the UHF or VHF analog working mode, you need to set the frequency on it. And I think you need to apply a license. Let me test it. I will make a simple core test. We will core test to the big radio here. We will choose the number 2 to talk to the number 2. Let me test code. Go to the number 2. Okay, that's it. Hello. Okay. 1, 2. Can you hear me? Yes. Coming. this is the voice. It's good, clear, loud voice. The big one, the one I recommend the best is the GE Plus module. Hello, welcome to our live. Welcome to our live. My name is Sarah. If you like us, you can tap the upper volume button and follow us. Become our follower. Every time when we start live, we will invite you to come to the live. To watch the live, I will show our technology and show the new radios. We also have some new models just under development. Those radios is just research and design by ourselves. And if we have new model released, I will show in the live, okay? And also offer the management system. Those POC radio, they are different from the traditional ham radio or James radio. Every time when you need to use them, you need to set them. But for a 4G POC radio, we have a system and we have a platform. This is a management platform, company account. After you order the radio, for example, you order 2 radios, we will offer this one a company account for you to manage radios, and you can add more radios through the company account. In one company, maximum radios we can add is 200 radios. So it's good for business owner to use. For example, you are running a business. In your business team, there are 10 staff for now, and as your business grow, you have 50 staff, 100 staff, 200 staff. Okay, you can add or buy more radios, add them to your company, and then you can create new channels for this radio. You can create 1, 2, 10, 100, 200 channels, just as you need through the company management account. And we also have a dispatch account, the dispatch system. Through the dispatcher, you can check in the location. This is for example, like this one with SOS and GPS positioning function. You can check in the location here. The dispatch platform and the company account, they are only available. Okay, they are only offered for the authorized user. Who are the authorized user? Anyone who order our radio, you can be the authorized user. You can check your own company only. Okay, you can't check the other people's company. Your own company, your own radios. You can manage them just by yourself. It is quite secure because there's no third party, there's no strangers. Only Global-ptt, the SIM card, the radio, platform, all Global-ptt. This is a global CVR we are using now. There is a CVR center in the United States of America. In Europe, it's just in Germany and Turkey. And in Australia, in Asian country like Japan and Singapore, and also in Africa. Okay, so you can achieve the worldwide tour just with this radio. Or not call the other brand because we can only call the radio which registered in our Global-ptt platform. And if you order the radio from Global-ptt, all those radio will registered in the Global-ptt platform, and we will add all your radios in the same company. And you can use this walkie-talkie to talk each other. No third party, no strangers, not a public line, private line. We use private APN, which is quite different from the mobile phone. The mobile phone there use public APN. Public APN the cost are very cheap, but for us private APN is much secure and much stable. Especially if you go to the mall or you go to the stadium, there are many people there. Your mobile phone it will lost connection, but the walkie-talkie it still have a good stable connection. And that's why because the walkie-talkie from Global-ptt they are private line, not public line. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions, friend? If you have any questions, you can type it out on the public screen so I can answer you here directly. Just the last 10 minutes, we will finish our live for today. Okay, we do live every other day, not every day. Because even I do it every day, not so many people watch the live. Okay, and we will show the radios we have in our technology. If if you like us, you can follow us. And if you have any questions during the live, you can ask me here. Actually, it's very simple. It's just like a very simple mobile phone, and it's much simple recommend a mobile phone because for the mobile phone, it can pick up 5G, 6G, 2G, 3G, but for this walkie-talkie 4G only. Or there is a management platform brand. If no signal, no 4G signal for the big radio, they can still work, just like a traditional radio. They can work a short distance. The traditional radio, they can only work a short distance, 5 miles, 3 miles. Or for this walkie-talkie, the range is worldwide. It depends on the global senior. We are different from Delaware or real PTT because they will charge you a platform fee. We don't charge a platform fee and no other expenses. What you pay here is the radio and the whole year service. 2 radios and 2 SIM cards and the 1 year service is all included. No other expenses anymore. But for the SIM card, there is a time limit. Not time limit. For example, like this one, once we activate it, all the SIM card, if you don't pay, they will expired. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 1 year. I mean the mobile phone SIM card. But this one's different from the mobile phone SIM card. This is IoT SIM card. It will expired after 1 year, and this one's a prepaid SIM card actually. Prepaid SIM card. So friends, if you were use this one, the walkie-talkie, suddenly it lost connection. Most probably, the SIM card expired. You need to reload it, and you can reload it by yourself. The price to reload the SIM card is only $30. Okay, $30 to reload the SIM card. No other charges, no monthly bills, no platform fee, no other expenses. The G Plus model is two standby, 4G standby, and UHF standby. And this one, the 528 model, it is a 4G standby and UHF standby too. But the frequency are different. For this one, the frequency is 400 megahertz to 520 megahertz. For this one, it's 350 megahertz to 520 megahertz. This is the frequency. Frequency are different. Okay. They are both dial band one. Under the 4G, no distance limit, you can talk, but only between your team members. Okay. And under the UHF analog working mode, you can set the frequency, you can set the tone on it. Yeah. It has a frequency and also has inscription tone. You can set it, and it is compatible to the other brand. This is a big radio. Okay, let me show you the most popular one for now from Global-ptt, the 3 standby one. Because we almost finished our live, friend. You can share our live with your friend if you like us. You search Global-ptt online, you can find more useful information. Now let me show you this one, the most popular 3 standby, which works under the 4G working mode, UHF analog working mode, and VHF analog working mode. This is a package box. Under the 4G, under the UHF, and VHF. If you have 4G reception, you can use it to talk. They're just the same, the small design one, the big one, and the small one. For the 4G working mode, they are same. And for the UHF and the VHF analog working mode, this one also works great. You can program it. Just connect the cable wire here, download the APN tools from Global-ptt, and then you can program it. It is storage 256 channels under the UHF analog working mode, another 256 channels under the VHF analog working mode. For the frequency we can set on it is 400 megahertz to 490 megahertz, 136 megahertz to 174 megahertz. Okay, if you have any questions about this walkie-talkie, you can ask me. This is good for business team, for team communication. If you like go hiking, go camping, or you are ham radio operator, this one you can also play it on it. You can start it. And here, this one's much better. I think, and the price is cheaper. The G Plus model. I suggest the G Plus model better than the 528 Plus model actually. Here is our global severe. No matter it's a single mode or dual band or 3 standby, the all depends on the global severe. And as long as you can connect the 4G cellular tower, you can connect our global severe center. And then you can use this walkie-talkie to talk. You can talk seamlessly. For us or for Global-ptt radio, we don't fear the time. So which means when you order this walkie-talkie, you can use our service good for the whole year. Okay, and today, you order any of the radios during live, I will offer you a free phone app account number. Wait a moment. Let me log in and test it for you. Wait a moment, friend. Okay, now it's already here. Let me do a group call test. Hello. Okay, we can choose to make a single call. We call one member, make a single call, mark the member. Hello. The globe uses E2EE. I don't understand what is E2EE. Do you mean the instruction sister or what? Do you mean the instruction or any other? This is the instruction. This is the instruction. It's triple layer instruction. Yeah. This is the instruction. Triple layer. This triple layer instruction system all active together. And instruction. Our system is a closed one, only open for the authorized user. You can't register this radio by yourself. No, it's different from the other brand. You can use your mobile phone to scan and register it from Global-ptt. You can't do that. Our system is closed. So we close the system to better protect the privacy of our client. If you use the mobile phone or use your computer, they use public line, not private line. For Global-ptt radio, we just use private line, not public line. We are using a private line, that's why only us we can register for you. If you want to delete them, you can delete it by yourself. Just change the IMEI. But if you want to add a radio, you need to tell us to add it for you. The system is closed one, it's not open one. But anyone who order the radio from us, we will register it for you before ship out. This is much convenient, especially for the company user. You can save a lot of time, of course, a lot of money, because we don't charge a platform fee. Like the delivery Global-ptt or Enrico, they're going to charge an expensive platform fee because you're going to use their platform. But for Global-ptt, the platform is included, so no extra charge. SIM card included, no extra charge. Okay, and you can use walkie-talkie if you don't want to use it under the 4G working mode and you worry about the SIM card. You can use like this one for the UHF or VHF analog working mode. You don't need to pay the monthly bills for UHF or VHF analog working mode. But good for short distance only, which is only good for 5 or 20 kilometers. Yeah, this is the 528 fast model, the Global-ptt radio. Yes, it's quite secure actually. We just finished the export 2 weeks ago in England. We are a supplier for many major brands in England and in America. If you are doing a radio business, you want to sell POC radio, we can provide product ODM and OEM. Yeah. But if you just start your business, you have budget, you don't want to spend a lot or investment a lot for this walkie-talkie, you can buy and resell. Start from the small size one. For example, like this one, the price is only $900 for 10 radio and 10 SIM card. 1 year service. What we can do here is we can remove the Global-ptt sticker here. When we turn the radio on, there is Global-ptt logo, we can change it to your own company name and your own logo sticker. So it will become your own brand. You can do brand promotion by yourself. We're a factory. And we're now promote the Global-ptt brand. We're doing the research and design and also the manufacture. Okay. And here you can see this radio here in the market. This is a standard product. If you want to use special data, we can do that for you, but it is not a 10 radio or 20 radio. It needs to be serial radio for the big business. Yeah. So if you just start, you can try this one, or you can just try this one. Or actually, the G9 module in England is still very good. The G9 module. Okay. For a direct client, the Dow band one or the 375 one, the very popular one actually. Especially for the ham radio operator, they love this one because they can play. It is storage 256 channel for the UHF, another 256 channels for VHF, and 200 channels for the POC working mode. So we can play and we can program this one to talk to his ham radio or the other GMS radio. Or normally in England, if you want to use this one, you need to apply a license because it has a frequency, it's UHF frequency, and it has a time. There are many friends also ask me about if this one can work as a scanner. No, this is not a scanner. There is a frequency scan function. Let me show you. Frequency scan. This is not a scanner, but it has frequency scan. Frequency scan, we call it copy frequency. So you can copy the frequency of the other module. You can copy the frequency of the other module, but it must be under the frequency range of this one. The frequency of this one is here, 400 megahertz to 490 megahertz, and 136 megahertz to 174 megahertz. This is the frequency range for this walkie-talkie. Okay, you can copy the frequency of the others as long as they're just in the frequency range of the radio. Even you don't know its insertion, you don't know its frequency, you can still copy. Just press here the frequency scan. The other radio, remember, press the PTT button. Just in 2 to 3 seconds, it can copy the frequency of the other module. Copy the frequency, copy the chunk, then you can talk each other. But this is not a scanner. Okay. We just add the copy function. Actually, copy function is a much higher technology than scan only. Because after you copy, you can talk already. You can talk each other already. Even you don't know its frequency, even you don't know its insertion. The big one, this is the big one. Or this big one, if you're a starter and you are using Windows 11, it will be a little bit hard to program it by yourself under UV band. Under 4G working mode, totally no problem because we will set it before we ship out. But if you were talk under UV band, you need to set it by yourself. Okay. It will be a little bit hard. You can try maybe 3 or 5 times to program it. I tried 3 times and I programmed it just with my computer, Windows 11 computer. Okay, and next one, I will review another, and we almost finished the live. Actually, just the last 5 minutes, I will finish the live, and this will be my last review for today. For dealers and for agents, we suggest to buy the single mode one, especially for business use, for business owner. They will choose the single mode instead of the dual band because the dual band when the price is higher. Consider of the market, they will choose the single mode to order the single mode for their staff. For if you are a reseller, you can buy the single mode, small size one. Price is cheaper and you can have a good, you can have a good interest you can earn. Okay. And for the big one, the price is a little bit higher, more suitable for the personal buyer. If you sell to school, you sell to placement, or you sell to big factory, choose the G0 or P0 model or G9 model. Okay. If you want to sell to a direct client, sometimes it's not very easy. Like us, we open store and we do live in the live to introduce this product. Actually, this one for business use, compared to the single mode one, the single mode sell better. Okay, because they are cheaper and the big company they will choose a single mode, easy to use. And for this one, sometimes if like you are in England, you need to get a simple license, or if you are in America, you need to get a GS license to use this walkie-talkie. And it is now band, which works under 4G and UHF analog breaking mode. And for this one, it has a repeater function. It works under the POC, analog, mix mode, and repeater mode. Okay, full working mode. And for now, for the G Plus model, it has the SOS and GPS positioning function. Let me trigger the SOS and show the SOS. This is the SOS function, and you can adjust the volume of this walkie-talkie, okay? And then you can inform the other user now you need help. When you trigger the SOS on the radio, we have a dispatch system. This is a dispatcher. The dispatcher is also a closed one, not open system. And when I trigger the SOS on the radio, the dispatcher it will also take my name. If you are a manager, you can arrange someone nearby to rescue. Okay, this is the dispatch system. Our system is not an open one. You can't register it by yourself. After you order this radio, you can use it. And you can manage the radios just by yourself. Those can better protect the privacy of our client. And this radio is not a tracking book. Okay. The policeman, the government can't track you. Only through our system you can track in the location. And you can get an account from me for free for today if you order the radio. This is the account, the phone apps. You can look in your phone, also on your computer. And here is the location tracking function, this punch system. Thank you so much for today, friend. And product Winnie, thank you so much for your time. We will finish the live just the last 1 minute. Yeah. If you still have any questions, you can follow me and send me a direct message after we finish the live. Tomorrow we will not do live, but the day after tomorrow we will do the live again. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, friends, and good night. Have a nice day. Bye bye.